Well, Cleveland, Ohio is home to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but today it's a different breed of rock stars about to take center stage. The road to another major cornhole championship starts right now. This is the American Cornhole League.
He's going to push this. He's going to try to push this off the board.
And he does! What a shot by Jamie Graham!
The and one! Get off my board!
For the win! It's all! In fact, it's over!
Now Mark Richards has to hit an airmail.
Hits it on the backside.
It's going to be a two-to win it for Smith and Richards, the greatest team that the sport has ever seen. Watch this again.
And a great look inside of the Huntington Convention Center as we come to you live from Cleveland, Ohio, just down the block from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's the American Cornhole League's fourth signature event of the 2026 summer. Great look at the broadcast courts as we welcome you into the broadcast alongside the Professor, Anthony Ione. I'm Jeff McCarriger. Thanks so much for tuning in here this afternoon on Championship Sunday. We've already crowned a doubles champion. Now it's time to crown our singles major championship. And the big storyline, Anthony, right out of the gate here, we will see Colin Hodet. The popularity freight train that is Colin Hodet continues here in Cleveland. However, as good as his season has been here this year, he's still looking for his first actually big career win.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. If you look at these Final Four, we got legends like Jamie Graham, Ryan Windsor, who have their own national singles titles, multiple world championships into Jamie Graham. You have the hottest junior player right now in Gabe Clawson, who also has his own singles national title, but the best player in the building, Colin Hodet, threw an 11.14 over 136 rounds. He's the guy to take it down tonight and chasing his first singles title.
Yeah, incredible run he's had, not only here in Cleveland, but all season long. We'll see if he can get that first title here this afternoon in Cleveland. All right, we do call him the Professor for a reason. He's the smartest guy in the building, no doubt about it. So let's get to our keys to the game and take a look at the Professor's formula for these guys here this afternoon.
Yeah, we talked about Colin Hodet and what makes him special. He's one of the best roll guys in the game, but he has to be able to run bags tonight. And we talked about his 11.14 in bracket play. That's going to be the key to his success. Jamie Graham showing the building, I'm going to come into this tournament using the slick side of my bag. That has been the difference for him. He's got to be able to control his speed on the main court. And the same thing for Ryan Windsor. He is successful when his airmail is on. We got to see him hit at a 80% or greater rate to take down the win.
All right, we are set to begin the journey for a singles title here in Cleveland, Ohio. And there is Colin Hodet, no doubt about it, the most popular player, most likable guy on tour right now, looking for that first win against Gabe Clawson, just 16 years old from Chesapeake, Virginia. He already has a career title, and what a matchup we'll have here in our first semifinal. Hodet, just 21 years old from Vermont, just a second-year ACL pro. Again, away we go here in our first semifinal. So Colin against Gabe. The second matchup will be, I mean, we'll go from two of the, quote unquote newer names to two of the OGs, Jamie Graham and Ryan Windsor. We'll see them in the second semifinal.
Yeah, exactly that. Gabe Clawson, left side of your screen, really just getting his career popping off. He showed us last season what he was capable of doing. We saw him as one of the better players in the world. And then this is Colin Hodet's breakout season. We're talking about a guy that was 20 to 30-ish ranked and now sitting in the top 4. This is his breakout season. And when we get to the Stevie Awards and we get to the end of the season, we talk about breakout players. Look for Colin Hodet to be in that ballot.
Well, incredible run for Colin Hodet. As many of you who are watching here this afternoon know, 12 is the best score you can get around. And you were talking about this yesterday. You just talked about it now. I mean, to have a PPR of over 11, which he did after 100 rounds, incredible.
I mean, I do not recall a higher PPR through an entire pro bracket to date.
Insane.
We'd have to dig that up out of the archives, out of the stats, but that could be the best performance we've ever seen in a pro bracket.
Yeah, I mean, to get hot for a minute, sure, they all do that from time to time. That's why they're pros. But after 100 rounds, to have a PPR over 11. Oh, nice shot there by Gabe Clawson. Now Gabe a chance to get 2 points here early and fires it in. Gabe's such a good player, former high school singles national champion out of Western Branch High School in Chesapeake, Virginia. Heck of an athlete as well. Plays other sports, really good baseball player. And cornhole, the Virginia State singles and doubles champion as well.
Gabe Clawson definitely had the toughest run through bracket play. This is a guy that comes out of the qualifier, gets dropped into that 26 seed into the bracket. He does not get a bye like Colin Hodet, and he ran into all the tough players. We're talking about Gabe Clawson having to beat Eric Davis in game 2. He had Matt Guy he had to get through. He had to go through Tony Smith, who we just saw in doubles, and to take down the bracket, he had to take down Logan Chamberlain, who was also in the doubles final. The toughest bracket run by far.
Yeah, that's a run for sure. Well, Gabe, after getting a couple of points, runs into trouble here, leaves 2 on top of the board. So he'll give up 4 to Colin Hodet, and just like that, Hodet with a 2-point lead. So back and forth here early in the first few rounds. Again, Hodet there on the left, just 21 years old. First ACL pro from the state of Vermont. He's actually, I mean, not only is he just an extremely likable person and just a great guy, but, you know, if you get him to open up about his journey, it just wasn't easy because a lot of people basically told him when he started playing the sport, you know, and he would say he wanted to be an ACL pro. They were like, what are you doing? Like, you know, that's almost impossible. I mean, do you know who Jamie Graham is? Have you seen Mark Richards? Do you know who Matt Guy is? And Colin said, you know, a lot of people basically told him, you know, not to do it. It was too hard. And he ignored all of them and said, you know, I'm just gonna start working at it, put in some hard work. And sure enough, after a ton of hard work and determination, here he is, you know, a couple years later. It's a great story. Very inspirational story.
Well, too hard. He's making it look too easy, especially through bracket play yesterday. And he's doing exactly what we were talking about, being able to run bags. He's going to want to leave the board cleaned against Gabe Clawson, known as the roll king. He's going to use that roll bag when he needs it. A backside airmail would be the aggressive play.
He's just going to board it instead.
Yeah, you could read Hodet's lips. He said backside. So he's kind of calling him out, saying, hey, man, I gave you the backside. You didn't take it.
Four to 2 early. So again, Colin Hodet, just his second year as an ACL pro. Gabe Clawson, a high school national champion, just 16 years old. And again, coming up next, you'll hear about Jamie Graham, one of the all-time leaders in wins in the ACL. Ryan Windsor, a 7th-year ACL pro. So we'll be going from these two to a couple of veterans.
That miss by Hodet gave Clawson an opportunity to get 2 points out of that round. He's left on his mark on the slick side. Now he's in position to give up 2. He's going to try and collect everything on the front left to win or to get points on a 10-2. Oh my. That is exactly what he was trying to do.
Smile on the face of Colin Hodet even.
But look at that bar of soap, Jeff. He hits it with speed. It pushes it to the back of the hole. That is beautiful.
That's about as easy of a bar of soap as you're going to see. I mean, he makes it look easy anyway.
Yeah, so what we're looking for are bags teed up. When they kind of stack on top of each other, that is what sets you up for the ability to borrow soap. Anything front of the hole stacked up, especially these younger guys, Gabe Clawson cannot wait to throw a bar of soap. It's hard for him to not throw it when it's set up.
And both players speeding through their bags in round 8 as we stay tied at 4.
What's very unique about Colin Hodet's technique is he backloads everything. So what that means is he's always skipping to the hole. He's bouncing his bags to the hole. Now, why that works well for him is really anything in the way, any traffic, any blocks, he's throwing his same shot, just like his slide shot, and it just jumps over or bounces over.
Right.
Now, where he gets in trouble is you have to take that back load out when you want to push through bags. Otherwise, you hop over a push, and he does have that. He can lower the front nose and kind of front load it a little bit when he needs to push. He's contemplating roll or air, but we're going to go slick side in the hand. He thinks he can get around with outside arm.
Chips one in, he's like, I'll take it. So both players trading twos here in the first 10 rounds. And Hodet with a 6-4 lead.
Gabe Clawson, through bracket play, also led his bracket in PPR with a 10.53, but the stat you want to look at for a Gabe Clawson is that DPR. He led the bracket in DPR as well. When you lead your bracket in both statistical categories, more often than not, we're talking 90-something% of the time, you're going to win your bracket.
Hodet hammers that one. Gabe Clawson a chance to sneak it in for the wash, and he does. Man, the level of execution, even on a shot like that, right? I mean, from so far away, it's just amazing to watch.
Yeah, and what's unique about that one is Clawson flipping it over to the slick side. He's been throwing stick the whole time.
Yeah.
He wanted to maximize speed and drip around that block. Corner did drop there at the 12. That's going to help collect. When it rotates, that corner that's in is going to grab, and that's going to pull everything in.
Good call. And that one just finds the right side.
You can see Colin Hodet smile, and I could hear what he was saying. He said no. He went in the hole, but he actually didn't like the shot. He was trying to stay right side and force Clawson to go get his own bag. And actually, it would have played out because Clawson was way right. So, and that's what he was saying as they were walking down. I would have got 2 points off of that.
Yeah, I saw that reaction. You're right. Early PPR check through the first 11+ rounds. We talked about Colin Hodet and his extremely high PPR this weekend. He's at a mere 10.91. He's struggling early.
Here's the roll bag, folks. If you want to know what a roll bag looks like, look at these. They're just popping right over. Oh, there's that stack we were talking about. You do not want to push through that on a bar of soap because you have the bag on the back. You wanted that airmail bad. That's what he's saying. Look at the reaction. Big push coming for Gabe Clawson.
Oh, Gabe just takes the whole stack in.
That is so good.
I mean, that was 3 or 4 pounds of bags.
Yeah, three pounds of bags. It never got above 5 feet. I mean, it is low and landed right behind the stack.
So Gabe Clawson now with a 1-point lead. Back and forth. A lot of lead changes early. Another quick round. Last bag here for Colin Hodet is in. You know what I'm amazed about with Colin Hodet is his ability to have so much consistency, because, you know, the way that he just kind of flips it down to the other end, just, I mean, just such a sudden, almost herky-jerky type of pitch. And his bag even seems to jump a little bit from time to time, but yet he seems to be consistent with it. I don't know how.
Yeah, he's like timing that skip or that bounce to where he's not sliding in the hole. He's like kind of landing in the hole. You know, it'll come up and then it's just landing on the hole. You're not sliding in. And that's a huge advantage when there's traffic, because he's not changing his pitch. It's the same pitch. His slide bag is his roll bag.
You would think as much. I mean, watch the contact. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. I mean, you're getting like 3, you know, points of contact. How do you not get an inconsistent bag with
right?
That? It's hard to believe. Yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, it's hopping at least once. You know, sometimes it'll just hop into the hole, but a lot of times it'll hit once, twice, and then skip. And you would think when you have that much friction that you're going to get some, you know, some sort of left to right movement.
Yeah,
and he just doesn't.
He controls it really well.
Yeah, he does. I'm just so amazed every time I watch him play. You know, look at the difference. Like, look at Gabe's bag, the way that it lands. Look at this, just tumbles all over the place, but it's always down the middle. And with Gabe's bag, it just hits and just lands, and, you know, smooth landing.
I tell you what I like is the speed of this game. Look at this. It is one pitch after another. That's going to be a much different game when we get to Jamie Graham against Ryan Windsor in the next matchup.
Double 4-bagger wash. 8-7. Hodet with the lead. Again, the winner of this matchup will face the winner of our next semifinal, Jamie Graham and Ryan Windsor. Ooh, that one came to a screeching halt right on the Camping World logo. And now Gabe's got to deal with his own bag. Goes slick side, pulls it all the way up. Nice shot.
He's going to be okay with that. That's going to move.
Oh, yeah.
There it goes.
For sure. That's the other big difference at this level of play. You know, I remember Troy Ryder and I talking about this, and you and I talked about it as well. You know, when this game first started to flip, you know, we all said, you know, it's one thing to lay a block, but then don't forget, you got to go get it.
You got to go get it. You got to do something with it. And sometimes
and they've gotten so good at it now, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, you put it in the middle of the board, you put it, you know, down into like a 4 or 5 level block, maybe accidentally, and they still, especially if they have a couple of bags, they can work it back up and in. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness, good inside. Reverse cut pickup for Gabe Clawson. He rescued that bag out to the left. These guys are cranking up the 4-baggers.
I love that word you just used, and I guess that's kind of what I'm talking about on these blocks, right? Even if they're deep blocks, you know, the rescue, the save, whatever you want to call it, just to be able to save that round and get that block back up and even get it to where it's back in play. It's amazing to watch them work. Still a 1-point lead for Colin Hodet. You mentioned the pace. Look at we're at round 18. We just started.
One after another, and they're doing it Jeff, at 11+ rate. Colin Hodet an 11.12 and Gabe with an 11.06.
Boom. Another one for you. Chase Carden, our statistician. What was that, 24, Chase, in a row? Appreciate everyone behind the scenes. Corey Russell, our producer. Chase working the stats. Kat Halbert, somewhere around here, our executive producer.
Good
and Jack.
From Hodet. There's Jack.
Jack running the camera on the sideline.
Oh, he's so good at getting into the right side when he's outside armed like this. That's 2 times in a row Gabe had to go get his own bag. No help from Hodet.
course, Jake Brandon, our MC. Got everybody working here this afternoon.
This could easily have been a signature final. That is how good these guys are. And they're going to run into each other here in the semifinals, but these guys are finals level players.
Actually, speaking of Jack, you know, working that sideline camera, we can get some really great angles. And as the afternoon goes along, I'm not sure we'll have the opportunity, but sometimes it's tough to tell on TV exactly when we talk about hitting a shot over a stack, what that looks like. And, you know, to have that sideline camera, sometimes we'll get an angle every once in a while where you see them stack. And you can see how tall the pile gets. I mean, sometimes that shot's impossible if these guys pull off.
That's a four-bagger for Colin doing 4. And we have our TV time out.
All of a sudden, after this one kind of came to a halt at 8-7, 4 points by Colin Hodet puts him on top, 12-7, extends his lead, and that'll bring us to a media timeout. So, quick break here from Cleveland. Back for the second half of this match right after this.
At Camping World.
You want to get what you want when you're out at the bar. When you're getting a fresh cut. Woo! When you're buying new clothes. So why should it be different with your cornhole gear? You get what you want when you buy boards, accessories, and ACL-approved bags from Titan, the world's leader in full-service professional cornhole gear. TitanCornholeBags.com. For players, by players.
From your favorite athletes to your favorite music, listen to everything you love and so much more with the free iHeartRadio app. From live play-by-play to your favorite game day anthems and the biggest sports podcasts in the world, the iHeartRadio app lets you take it all with you and stay connected to your favorite team wherever you go. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Just a few blocks away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we're inside the Huntington Convention Center here in Cleveland, Ohio. Thanks for watching here on Championship Sunday, our 4th signature event of the year, number 4 of 6. We'll head off to Arizona, then the state of Texas, and before you know it, the World Championships in Rock Hill, South Carolina will be here. Last week of July. 12-7, Colin Hodet with the lead. For just tuning in, we talked about Colin, one of the most popular players on tour. Has played extremely well this season, still looking for that first career win as they wash it out here after the timeout to keep it a 5-point game.
First career win, but 3rd time in a row, Jeff, we've had Colin Hodet right here on the final.
Yeah.
If we go back to signature number 2 in Memphis, it was Colin Hodet against Zach Aiken in the final. Zach Aiken gets the better, 25-8. Very next signature 3 in Kansas City, Logan Chamberlain against Colin Hodet. It's Logan Chamberlain who gets that one. So 3 times in a row. My guy is due. He's made it this far 3 times in a row.
Clawson, nice shot, takes in all 3.
A It's a tough collect. He's not sure. He's going to abandon ship, just go up the middle.
Leaves that bag hanging out there. Gabe kind of landed on top of it a little bit, but it still doesn't move. So Gabe will get a couple back and make it 12-9. And that snaps what, Chase? 33, 34 bags in a row. 32 bags in a row by Colin Hodet.
He was really tempted by going and collecting that. And let's be real. We've seen Colin Hodet switch to aggressive play. Don't be surprised if he shoots an open board airmail drag or something like that. He'll pull the trigger if he feels like it's the right time to do something crazy.
And that one's in a quick double 4-bagger wash here on this end. There's Gabe's dad. Long-time military veteran. Terrific guy to talk to. Travels around, watches Gabe as much as he can. He was there for Gabe's first signature win. What was that, last season? Hard to believe it was just a year ago already.
Signature #1 right out of the gate. Came out and won that first one.
Down in Florida. His dad was there and emotional, obviously. 12-9. Again, thanks everybody watching here this afternoon on Championship Sunday. Appreciate those of you chiming in on the chat, which is open here on our live stream broadcast on ESPN Plus, including Dr. Michelle Thompson. What's up, Mish? Had fun working with Mish on the Teams broadcast. Teams has been fun to watch this year. Las Vegas is just killing it right now. Crushing it. Look at the PPRs, both up over 11. 4-baggers almost 70%.
Right side of your screen there, Gabe Clawson. I mean, he's had a great season so far as well. He's inside top 10. You're looking at a top 10 player, but hasn't made it beyond the brackets. He had a bracket final right out of the gate in Myrtle Beach, and he's got a 7th and a 3rd. So this is his best performance in this pro season of 2026.
It'll stay 12-9. Out of the chat, for those of you watching, Tony wanting to know who won doubles. We did have the doubles championship earlier here in Cleveland. And wow, was it a fun one to watch. It was not fun early. It was a blowout early. Tony Smith and Mark Richards jumped out to an 11-1 lead on Justin Burton Jr. and Cash Chamness. And then in round 11, Justin Burton Jr. got a 9 against Tony Smith. Tied the game up at 13, went back and forth, several lead changes, and sure enough, in the end, it was Justin Burton Jr. getting his first major win since his rookie season, and Cash picking up his first major title. So a heck of a finish on the double side.
And what a weekend just in general for Cash. If you were following singles yesterday, he made it to the bracket final against Jamie Graham, won the first one in a 50-round battle, and then ended up losing it in the second game. But we were this close to talking about Cash Chamness sweeping the weekend.
12-11. Little run here by Gabe Clawson. Again, watch out for those media timeouts. They'll bite you. A 4-0 run for Gabe after the break. Boy, I feel like this end. I feel like this end has just been a snooze fest, right? I mean, nothing
Everything's happening over here.
Everything's so easy on this left side. Over here on the right, watch out. This is where everything's been happening, it feels like. These guys are so good. Again, this is just our first semifinal. Jamie Graham, Ryan Windsor will be coming up next.
Actually, this is a significant weekend for Gabe Clawson. I'm looking at the rankings. I was just talking about him at 9. He's actually tied at 9 with Trey Birchfield. He's going to pass Trey with this finish, obviously breaking the tie, but let's look ahead. Ethan Walker is number 8. He's going to pass Ethan Walker by making the Final Four. Matt Guy, 17 points away. If he can win this first match, the math might work out where he jumps potentially into the 7th seed or the 7th rank out of the tied at 9 spot.
So now Gabe with a 1-point lead. Two players just going back and forth. Well, for the first time in over 6 rounds, we're actually going to have a score on this end. So I spoke too soon. It was awfully quiet over here until now. A lot of action. 4 points.
Colin Hodet was stuck on 12 since round 20. Took him 10 rounds to put some more points on the board, and very timely right here in this final stretch of the match.
And Anthony, to our point about the other side of the boards, that's the first time anyone scored from that side since round 9.
Oh, that
it's
is funny.
Round 30. An anomaly. 16-13 though. All of a sudden, Hodet.
Oh, so good at the roll. That's the roll king right there.
Yep. Gabe able to get one in, but little stink face there as the one in his hand goes off the back, and Hodet with the collect. And that bag is in. Colin Hodet now all of a sudden on a run.
Look at flipping it over to the slick side. So let's look at this one. Here's a stick side roll. And then watch him flip it over. That's logo down. Push everything through with slick. That's showing confidence in both sides of the bags. You're not going to win a championship at this level if you're not comfortable with both sides.
Colin Hodet 2 points away from advancing into the final. Again, he'll play the winner of Jamie Graham and Ryan Windsor, which will be next. Pressure on that last bag had to be in. Gabe, little eyes wide open to Colin Hodet. He's like, whoo, wasn't sure about that one. So wash at a social. Drinks up here in the Huntington Convention Center in Cleveland. Again, just shy of 1,000 players here in Cleveland this weekend. Gabe gets that one to drop again. No misses for Gabe Clawson. Hodet spins it in. And it's in for Gabe. Another social, another double 4-bagger wash. More opportunities to drink. They're loving it here in Cleveland.
Yeah, this is where the game is.
Look at that. They want another wash, see the fans?
Yeah. I mean, you're Gabe Clawson throwing in 11:09 and losing 19-13. That's what's crazy about this game. Colin Hodet with an 11-28.
Boy, these players just keep going back and forth on runs. Colin Hodet has gotten hot again. He's hit 20 straight. Had a run of 32 in a row earlier in the match. Clawson had a run of 28 straight. Ooh, Gabe's bag kind of got deflected off to the right, but still able to just catch the right side of the hole. Boy, every time he throws that fourth bag, it's got to be in. And it has been. They're going to have to head back to the concession stand in a minute. Corey Russell, our producer, is joining in with his water. All right, again, for another round, has to be in, and it is. You know, all right, you're former pro. You've been in a lot of these situations. I mean, how much is it a bigger deal for me? Am I making a bigger deal out of it than when you're down to your final 2 points and all the pressure on that last bag?
Oh,
do you feel it?
That is when all the pressure, when your opponent hits 19, that's when you really feel it in your gut.
Right, yeah.
You're like, I got no mistakes. And what's crazy is Gabe's not making many mistakes. He's throwing an 11-1-7.
Yes.
Like, this is a loss you walk away from. If he loses, you walk away and say, hey, I'm okay with that game. I'm okay with how I played.
Left that one short right. He didn't like it, but gets help from Hodet as Collins jumps over the hole. Gabe will have one bag left, a chance to collect that. And he does, so now Gabe is going to get a couple of points to make it 19-15. Boy, now the pressure gets even higher, right?
Yeah, Colin Hodet is definitely chilling more than Gabe is. He's like, okay, I got 3 mistakes. I'm rattling off 30, 20, 30 in a row. So I'm okay to still give up a few mistakes, but you got nothing. Can't make one error from Gabe Clawson's side. And he has gone 9 rounds sitting on 19, with Colin sitting on 19.
Oh my gosh.
That's 36 bags without a mistake.
Pressure on Colin now a little bit with Gabe just 4 points behind. Round 38. Oh my goodness. Oh, how the game has changed. Anthony, 7 years ago, if we were to get to 38 rounds, we thought it was like the greatest thing in the world.
It was
like
insane.
We've never seen anything like this before.
If you had 2 players throwing over an 11 in a match like this, it would have been the greatest thing. Now we just see it all the time.
Yeah. 30, 40, 50 rounds. Oh, is that it? We'll see. Colin trying to bully it a bit.
1 bag to collect.
Oh, and he does. The airmail collect. And Hodet is in to wash out the round. Another big shot for Gabe Clawson.
Look at the step out. He's trying to grab a corner of that right side. Bang! I mean, that is precision.
Oh, I think he liked it too as soon as it left his hand.
Yes, he did.
He just stared it down. Oh, same spot.
No step out this time. He's going to try and collect from center board. He's got 2 bags to work with. Very similar shot, Jeff. He's not stepping out. Inside arm, he'll have a little cut movement.
Oh, and this could be it. The door is open for Colin Hodet to get into the finals, and he cannot do it. It stops right there on the lip.
It will stay 19-15.
Stays 19-15. Watch this. A chance at the win. No. We're amused. Colin is not. That miss by Gabe, by the way, snapped a 32 in a row streak by Clawson. Boy, a lot of credit to both these guys. So much pressure for Colin to hang in there now round after round against Gabe Clawson, who has just been a machine for like the last 12 rounds.
41st round of the game coming up.
So we head into round 41 in a 4-point game. And the biggest stat in the building just announced by Chase, was that 23 or 24? 23 socials, so people are just getting loose.
Oh, that one was way out there, not collectible. We're going to see Gabe Clawson throw a block. He's going to put something just short of the hole. We're manufacturing points now.
So Colin will have another opportunity here in round 41. And Hodet gently puts it down the middle and shuts the door on Gabe Clawson. What an effort by Gabe to hang in there for what, about 15 rounds, sitting on 19. And Hodet finally puts him away. And yeah, sigh of relief for the 21-year-old out of Vermont. What a matchup. So Colin Hodet will play the winner of our next semifinal. Jamie Graham and Ryan Windsor come your way next. Back here in Cleveland, time for our All Cornhole Game Changer Player, presented by allcornhole.com. Anthony, as we take a look at Jamie Graham and some of his stats, you talk all the time about these 10-5 players, and check both boxes, over 10.5 PPR and over a 0.5 DPR.
Yeah, he's checking both of those buckets. Those are championship numbers. But against a guy like Ryan Smith, he's not going to need a PPR like we just saw in the previous match. Ryan Windsor is going to play a little bit more crafty of a game, a bag running game, but he's crafty. I think Jamie Graham, as long as he's around a 10-4, 10-3, he's going to be in good shape. Controlling the slick side of the bag is what we talked about, and he's going to be superior in the roll bag. That's going to be the difference. Very equal in air mails, but Jamie Graham is going to win when it comes to the roll bag.
All right, so our Camping World Pro Singles matchup here in our second semifinal. Jamie Graham, Ryan Windsor. And both these guys, longtime ACL pros, both in their 7th year as ACL pros. Jamie Graham, 24 career ACL titles. And Ryan Windsor, 11th on the ACL all-time wins list with 10. The winner to take on Colin Hodet. Ryan Windsor there on the left. And Jamie Graham on the right. And welcome back to the national stage, Ryan Windsor.
You were looking at two future Hall of Famers there. These are two guys that are a big part of where the game is today. It was Ryan Windsor who I saw first rolling a bag back in 2018. We didn't even know what the heck that thing was, but he was rolling over piles and we're like, oh my gosh, watch this guy roll over piles. And then of course, Jamie Graham, I mean, just like we saw with Gabe Clawson in the previous match, you know, a teen elite player, that was Jamie Graham. I remember watching Jamie Graham at 12, 13 years old, going up against Matt Guy, who at the time was like hands down GOAT.
Yeah.
So these guys have been around the game forever. Future Hall of Famers, no doubt.
Jamie's got two off to the right here. And able to float that last one in. Early lead here for Ryan Windsor. You know, I am so impressed, as much as the game has completely changed in style of play and strategy in the last 2 to 3 years. I'm so impressed with players like Jamie Graham, players like Ryan Windsor, players like even like a Dave Morris, right? These guys have been able to hang in over the 7-year stretch when the game has changed. They've been able to evolve as players.
That is impressive. I mean, we've seen so many good players come and go, but
yeah,
those guys have been, you're right, that have been able to stay at the top of the game for this long. I mean, that is so impressive.
I mean, even Matt Guy, you mentioned Matt Guy, you know, for him to, I get it, you know, it's been tough for him to evolve as a player just because he was such a slide player, a four-bagger, right, all the time. But, you know, even he has tried to block a little bit, you know, and, you know, he's been trying to change a little bit. But to hang in there through all the different style changes for a lot of these players is impressive, because we have seen numerous examples of some of the OGs of the sport getting knocked out of the game. They just can't compete anymore at this level. All right, so Jamie says, I'll take those points right back, and we're tied at 4.
Yeah, and done the same way, just 2 unforced errors. Jamie Graham out to the right, round 1. Ryan Windsor out to the left, round 2. So let's start over. Let's just do first 1 to 17. Question in the chat, did Hodet win? Oh my goodness, he did win, and did it in an 11.34 fashion. But what was crazy is Gabe Clawson right on his heels threw an 11.2. That is tough to take an L off of a performance like that.
Yeah. Boy, Gabe did his best, though. I mean, once Colin got to where he was sitting on 19, I think Gabe hung in there for what, a dozen rounds at least? 12 to 15 rounds?
Hey, here's the first time we've seen the stick side of that bag. Jamie Graham going to go with the airmail. I'd like to see a roll, honestly, out of Jamie Graham right there, but I never question Jamie Graham because he knows what the heck he's doing. And there's, we talked about Ryan Windsor needing an 80% or better airmail. That is his superpower. His airmail is absolutely ridiculous.
Graham rattles that one in. Ryan Windsor trying to answer. He hits the backside. Impressive by Ryan Windsor.
Ryan Windsor's going to be real comfortable shooting the airmail. If we see traffic like this, if we see the line to the hole covered, he's going to go up just like this, bang, with confidence. We might see Jamie Graham mix it up sometimes. Ryan Windsor's going to airmail most of the time. We'll see Jamie Graham kind of mix in some rolls as well.
Love that last angle. You could see exactly what the players are looking at from 27, 30 feet away, having to execute a high-level shot. So Ryan Windsor, again, there on the right, 29 years old, from Cuba, Illinois. Very, very small town in Illinois. Again, his last win was back in the 2022-23 season. Got a singles win at Open number 4 and has not won since. And he's the first one to admit that he was pulled in several different directions. He had different jobs he was working. He was playing cornhole. He was dabbling with the professional poker circuits, professional gamer. But he's really locked down now with his job as a full-time teacher and as a professional cornhole player. Jamie Graham, a good save there.
Something very significant in that round. Jamie Graham came out with bag one stick side. He has changed here in round 5. He made a different move. Whatever was going on, he didn't like going slick. Let's see how he presents or approaches the board here and see if we get another stick side bag. That tells me he's going to want to create some traffic, and he thinks that's going to be his best bet against Ryan Windsor here.
All right. Yeah, he's going stick again. So as much as we've talked about him going slick side the entire weekend, to get him all the way into the Final Four, all of a sudden, that strategy has changed.
I want a roll bag here out of Jamie. We're not airmailing yet.
You got it. Same shot. Almost didn't have enough juice on it. Just enough.
That's so good. This is going to be a huge push for Windsor.
It's going slick side.
Jamie Graham may not throw this. He's not going to take a timeout.
Ooh, trying to sneak it around. He does. He does pull one of Windsor's bags with it, though. A couple of points for Jamie. 1 point game now, 7-6.
If we go to the bracket final yesterday against Cash Chamness, there were 2 times in that game where Jamie was faced with that same situation and he elected not to throw his bag. So he's thinking, is it worth me taking the shot, or do I just take the one and get out of it?
Interesting that Jamie has gone back to the stick side, because we were talking about these boards on the broadcast court being a little slower.
And look at this, Jeff. He's gone back to the slick.
I noticed that. Is it different boards?
Let's keep an eye on that. He's definitely going stick that way.
Yeah, look good. Didn't look too fast. Good pace on it. No problem for Windsor. Final bags of the round. That slick side is down. And that one's in. Just catches the right side. It stays a 1 point game. All right, so let's keep our eye on Jamie and see if maybe it's a board thing. It's been going back and forth. Just ran slick side. No, he's going to stay with slick again.
And he did. If we go back to the finals yesterday against Cash Chamness, there were the middle part of the match. It wasn't working for him in the very beginning. He went probably 12 or 15 rounds of stick side. Didn't like it, went back to the slick. So he was kind of doing this back and forth thing against Cash last night.
For those of you just tuning in, and for those of you on chat who missed it, Colin Hodet did win our first semifinal over Gabe Clawson. A heck of a matchup. Hodet had a 19-15 lead forever and finally put it away. Each player had huge runs. Runs of 28, 30, 32 bags in a row. Went back and forth, several lead changes, but Colin did win, so he'll play the winner of this matchup. Another 4-bagger wash.
Yeah, it's actually unbelievable to see Ryan Windsor right now in this position. I mean, we're talking about a guy that was essentially retired. He had walked away from the game, kind of made the decision, and things changed in his personal life that allowed him to keep pursuing this kind of in the last minute. And man, what a season. Not just singles, but look at what he's doing with Cameron Belvin in doubles. Also a top 10 team in doubles, man. This 2026 season, like almost a new breakout for Ryan Windsor. It just feels refreshing. Jamie Graham known to shoot airmail on an open board to grab those with his final bag in hand all season. He's been shooting drag bag airmails. He's not going to have to now with Ryan Windsor helping collect and sitting short, but keep an eye on that as we go through the match.
Ryan trying to get that right side, can't do it. They'll wash it out. It'll stay 7-6. Another update for those of you just tuning in on ESPN and on the chat. Again, thanks for watching, everybody. Back on our doubles broadcast, it was Justin Burton Jr. and Cash Chamness with a win over Tony Smith and Mark Richards. And I'm telling you, Justin Burton Jr. and Cash Chamness were out of that game. It was 11-1. And it wasn't much better at the timeout. And then round 11 changed everything. JBJ got a 9 spot against Tony Smith in round 11, tied the game at 13, went back and forth, several lead changes in that one, and Cash and JBJ got the doubles championship.
Jamie Graham has been chasing bags this entire match. A little left, a little right. He's been working the box the entire match. Just really, his line, that middle line hasn't been really on point here. He's at risk of leaving 2 hung up on the left. Is he tempted with an airmail? He's really thinking through this. He's gonna have to take a timeout with the shot clock expiring. Do not be shocked if Jamie Graham throws an airmail here. He's just wild like that. He has confidence in his air.
Goes stick side down. Oh, wow, hit Ryan's bag in. And Windsor able to just hit that little opening right there in about the 5 o'clock position. Wow, what execution by Ryan Windsor. From 7-6 to 13-6, and that will bring us to a media timeout. So Jamie's bags all around the hole. Windsor sneaks it in, and now a lead here at the break.
World. You want to get what you want when you're out at the bar. When you're getting a fresh cut. When you're buying new clothes. So why should it be different with your cornhole gear? You get what you want when you buy boards, accessories, and ACL-approved bags from Titan, the world's leader in full-service professional cornhole gear. TitanCornholeBags.com. For players, by players.
From your favorite athletes to your favorite music, listen to everything you love and so much more with the free iHeartRadio app. From live play-by-play to your favorite game day anthems and the biggest sports podcasts in the world, the iHeartRadio app lets you take it all with you and stay connected to your favorite team wherever you go. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Jamie Graham and Ryan Windsor here in our second semifinal, our 4th signature event of the season here in the ACL. As we come to you live from the Huntington Convention Center in Cleveland, Ohio. Round 10, Ryan Windsor with a 13-6 lead on Jamie Graham. 24 career ACL titles, second all time, as Ryan Windsor chunks one into the front of the board.
Jamie Graham changing it back up. He comes out with a lead bag, stick side block. Ryan Windsor really hasn't had to do anything crazy. There was the one round where he hit a couple airmail. Other than that, it's really Jamie Graham just making the mistakes, kind of giving him the points.
Yep. Backside airmail.
Ooh, that opened up a lane on the right. He's going to take a look. He wants to look at the lane. If that didn't move, he would have shot an airmail, but now we're going to get a...
Gets two in. He wanted all three, but the other one's just stuck there on the edge.
That would have been massive if that front one fell. That would have been a 7 spot, but he's going to get 5. That would have tied it up if that front bag fell. You saw the look from Jamie Graham of frustration. Why didn't that go? But coming out of the break, I mean, you take a 5 spot coming out of a break all day. Gonna stay with the stick side.
So 2-point game.
If you're gonna use the stick side, you gotta be center. You can't be chasing your stick side blocks the whole game and win.
Jamie had given up that big round just before the media timeout, so able to steal back some of that loss. Back to within 2. The winner of this game will take on Colin Hodet for the championship. Nice bag by Jamie Graham.
Thank you for the roll bag. A little bit earlier, Jamie Graham shot an airmail over that. Oh my goodness, back-to-back dirt bags.
That's
Another 5? Back-to-back 5s?
From 13-6 at the timeout to 16-13. What in the world with these timeouts? Are you kidding me with this?
Let's take a look at how Windsor reacts to this. I mean, he's staying pretty calm and cool. Little shake of the head.
I mean, this is getting ridiculous. No one's going to want to have a lead at the media timeout.
And Jamie Graham giving 2 points back while he had the full momentum.
Windsor giving up 10 in the last 2 rounds, after he had just taken 6 before the media timeout. Yeah, I'm truly confused about what Jamie's doing. I mean, it's obviously just in his head, a feel thing, you know?
Nice reverse cut. Windsor putting that one in the reverse cut position. Slick side collect for Jamie Graham. He barely gets over the front edge of the board. He's lucky he didn't dirt that one. We might see Ryan Windsor throw his first roll bag. He attempted a roll bag in the previous round. He didn't get the hop out of it.
What do you like here without helping Jamie too much?
So I don't hate if he stepped out and kind of used this bag way out to the left as a bump to slip in. A roll bag is also an opportunity. The fact that Jamie has a stick side down pinning, that shouldn't go. I mean, he's going to have to hit it pretty hard. That might be what we get, is a bump, left side, slick side.
Oh, and he puts it right in the slot. Big time shot for Ryan Windsor. Wow.
19-16, Windsor.
And now Ryan Windsor with a 3-point lead. What is happening?
He goes in the reverse cut position. That is low on the left.
6 rounds of 4 or more points.
What a shot.
Incredible. And just like that, Jamie Graham is down to his last miss.
Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Do we get a back block for Ryan Windsor? That's going to force Jamie Graham to go up with an airmail. This could be a back block for the win. Love the timeout.
Yep.
He was not going to get rushed by the clock. He's going to take a timeout. If he was walking down with a bag in his hand and placing it, I think you're going to place it right over the P in Camping World, right up on the bags. If you're on top a little bit, that's a bonus. You want to force an airmail here out of Jamie Graham.
Windsor does go in behind.
Right above the P. I mean, he couldn't have gone up there and placed it perfect. More perfect.
Jamie's got to make something happen. Oh my gosh, wow, gets the airmail drag.
That is a game-saving airmail decision from Windsor. He has a roll if he wants to use it.
Windsor's last bag, rolls it in. Jamie's got to get at least one in. And so just flips over the hole. He'll get the wash to save the round. Almost had a chance to get a couple of points.
That is wild, and it flipped over to the slick side. Gets hung up 12 o'clock. That was shorter than I think he wanted to be, but here's that first airmail. Bomb! Gets that drag. That second one, I think that was shorter than he wanted to be. That was a repeat on the drag.
Jamie just calmly firing shots in. Down 3. Round 14. Gosh, we went 41 rounds in the first semifinal. And we saw Gabe Clawson hang in for well over a dozen rounds when it was Colin Hodet sitting on 19. We'll see how long Jamie Graham can stick around, but that one is trouble. Windsor just staying right down the middle.
Oh, Jamie Graham is in trouble. Ryan Windsor in the driver's seat. He's thinking about manufacturing with a block instead of chasing that.
Yep, you're right, Anthony. Might have left, well, it looked like he left maybe a little bit of a seam for Windsor, who sits on top of Jamie's bag.
He might chase this with a push. I mean, an airmail, that's going to be so difficult to grab. He's in trouble, but I think his best bet might be going slick side up the middle with a really hard, like bar of soap. You just need one to go. Get out of the round off of a 9-8. Oh my goodness. He's going to have to take a timeout though.
Yeah, shot clock down to 2 seconds. And that'll do it for the shot clock.
He's going bar of soap, Jeff.
Oh yeah, going at it hard and instead knocks Windsor's bag in the hole. Ryan Windsor looking for his first major title since back in the 2022-2023 season. And he'll be one step away as he advances into the championship to take on Colin Hodet. So Ryan Windsor takes down the 3-time singles world champion Jamie Graham with shots just like that. Incredible execution, just finding the slot. So Ryan Windsor into the final to take on Colin Hodet.
Since 19Camping World.
You want to get what you want when you're out at the bar. When you're getting a fresh cut. When you're buying new clothes. So why should it be different with your cornhole gear? You get what you want when you buy boards, accessories, and ACL-approved bags from Titan, the world's leader in full-service professional cornhole gear. TitanCornholeBags.com. For players, by players.
From your favorite athletes to your favorite music, listen to everything you love and so much more with the free iHeartRadio app. From live play-by-play to your favorite game day anthems and the biggest sports podcasts in the world, the iHeartRadio app lets you take it all with you and stay connected to your favorite team wherever you go. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Well, let's take a look at our Bush's best bag of the day as we go back to the first semifinal. Colin Hodet, watch this, Anthony. Right through it. Sat on 19 for multiple rounds, right? Finally put him away.
So impressive, that performance and that win. He's got one more win to take down his first national title.
So again, the championship will be Ryan Windsor against Colin Hodet. But before we get to that pro singles championship, let's crown a juniors singles champion. Here for signature event number 4 here in Cleveland, Ohio, it will be Zach Aiken out of South Carolina there on the right. And Jack McKinney. Is Jack out of Michigan? Is that right? I can't remember where Jack's from. It's Jack McKinney, another great junior player. Both these kids so good. They've been so much fun to watch. And Jack, just, I mean, probably one of my favorite bags, just that rotation. I mean, it's just, beautiful. Yeah, I mean, just a buzzsaw, just rips it. Jack in a little bit of trouble, though, out of the gate. Aiken spins that one just in front of the hole. And Jack now with 3 out of play. This could be 6 for Zach Aiken. He goes slick side. Gets the collect and a 6th spot for Zach Aiken.
Yeah, Zach Aiken going to be your hands-down favorite. You're looking at the number 2 player in the pro division right there, left side of your screen in the gray. But Jack McKinney has had a breakout season himself. Yeah, he's made his way into the pro brackets through the qualifiers a couple times. He had a third bracket finish in singles already this season, back at Memphis at signature number 2.
Getting some confirmation from the chat, so appreciate it. Donald Cup, ACL Pro, chiming in and says, indeed, Jack is from Michigan. I thought
Donald.
Oh my gosh, one of the all-time great ACL moments. Nashville, Tennessee. Donald Cup was a hero. I mean, he was a rock star. I don't care what was going on Broadway. Everyone in Nashville was rooting for Donald Cup that day. That was great. Bridgestone Arena. One of the all-time great moments of the sport, for sure. USA Cornhole, of all things. It was fun.
That was a good time. Looking at some of the stats through bracket play, Zach Aiken was cooking over 100 rounds of 10.87, and he paired that with a .56 DPR.
Back to watch, score will stay 6-0.
Made a decent run in pro singles yesterday. He was actually chasing the number 1 player in the world in Cleveland as well. If he won his bracket, mathematically he could have taken over as the number 1 player, but took a tough loss. I think he made it to like the 4th, 5th place match, ended up losing that one to Tommy Sliker.
Oh, what a run by Tommy.
He had a great run.
I think Tommy just got tired. I mean, his legs were shot. These weekends are so long. They spend all day Friday qualifying for doubles and all day Saturday qualifying for singles just to get to the Final Four and then play again on Sunday. Not to mention teams and all the other things going on.
McKinney looking to roll or cut in from the right side. He definitely has that shot in his toolbox.
What a stack of bags.
Zach Aiken might shoot this.
Well, he's going to have to go way up high. Tough to tell on TV, but that is a mountain of bags right now in front of the hole. Jack just hammers it into the pile.
Those were all roll attempts. It's difficult to see from that camera angle. If you're at home going, why didn't they shoot the air mail? That they were actually trying to roll over that mountain like you were calling it.
A couple of points for Jack to make it 6-2. Yeah, you know, I feel, and you kind of touched on this as we started this matchup. You know, Zach's been here. Zach's had some moments on TV, right? I mean, he's had some big-time performances. But for Jack McKinney, we've seen him make some pretty deep runs like you were talking about. But, you know, a chance to, outside of, you know, some other junior and high school events that we've seen him every once in a while, chance here for a fairly major title. Juniors title here at a signature event.
Yeah, and he's getting it done in doubles as well. You'll know the name Jace Fleischer.
Oh, who wouldn't want to have him as a partner?
Just took down an open singles championship, so they've made a couple good runs in doubles. They've got a 5th place and a 6th place bracket finish at signature 1 and 2 in doubles. And then a 2nd place finish at the last Open in Wisconsin in doubles as well.
A couple more points for McKinney, make it 6-4. Well, following the conclusion of this matchup, we will have our pro singles final. Colin Hodet against Ryan Windsor.
Very similar play styles. Zach Aiken, I'm going to say, is going to have a better line. He's going to be down the middle a lot more than McKinney. But McKinney does have an elite level roll. He's going to really lean on that shot. We'll take a look at it, but would like to see sometimes, like that previous round, go to your airmail a little bit more, not depend on your roll bag so much.
9-4. Zach Aiken now with a 5-point lead. You know, going back to Jace Fleischer, I had a chance to watch you and Jake. You guys were calling the singles qualifying, and I saw that matchup, Jace Fleischer against Tony Smith. And Jace made a couple of mistakes late, unfortunately, but boy, he was really playing well. I mean, he was executing at such a high level.
Yeah, you can already tell he's just going to be another one of those juniors that blow up these pro brackets.
Yeah.
These guys have to come through the qualifier.
Yes.
I mean, that's
as soon as they see Jace's name, they're like, oh, no way.
You do not want to be a pro waiting for a 26 seed to come out of the qualifier.
Yep.
That is the spot that Aiken, Clawson, Fleischer, these are the kind of guys, they drop in right at that 26 seed. You do not want to be there.
And McKinney misses that one off to the left. So Zach Aiken now will extend his lead. Aiken the first one to 11 here in this junior singles final. So 11-4 at the break. Zach Aiken on top. Quick timeout and back with more from Cleveland right after this. Back on the main broadcast court for our junior singles final here in Cleveland, Ohio with Anthony Allen. I'm Jeff McCarriger. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Championship Sunday rolls on here from Northeast Ohio. And again, after this matchup, we'll have our singles, our pro singles final of Colin Hodet and Ryan Windsor. Well, that'll be great. I mean, for Ryan Windsor, trying to get a win for the first time since 2022. And for Colin Hodet, trying to get his first career win. Can't believe it. It'll be a good one. So stay tuned. That'll be coming up next. Meanwhile, Jack's got some work to do. Fell behind 6-0, got 4 points to make it 6-4, and now you see after the timeout down 11-4.
Yeah, the difference in the game is really McKinney just not finding his line. That's a great example on that block attempt out to the left. Look at Zach Aiken is mad. He left him a lane up the middle, comes up short. Zach hasn't had to do anything crazy. It's McKinney that's just been kind of handing him points here, but we should get a hard push. He's going to come up laser hot right up the middle. We might even step into this, Jeff.
Yeah, he just reared back, didn't he? Oh, wow. Able to chip into. And Jack's able to put the one in his hand in the hole. So 13-4. Chat chiming in here, Anthony, as we see the replay on this. Nice shot by Zach.
Bang! Just great line.
Chunking in a couple of bags. Here's a good point on chat. Jack, very good player. I'm talking about Jack McKinney, but this broadcast court is a learning curve. Not sure if he's ever been up here, but Aiken has a ton of experience on the stage. Yeah, that's true, and we've talked about that. You talk to any pro, even someone like Jamie Graham. It takes a while, you know. It just takes experience when you get up here because as we talked about in our open, and you know this, Anthony, being a player and a broadcaster, it just hits different with the lights, the heat, the boards, the pressure. It's just different. So the more experience you can have, the better you get at it. We talked about Cash Chamness, right? He's getting a ton of experience on TV all of a sudden, and he's just getting better and better. So yeah, it'll be the same thing for Jack McKinney as well.
And this is the year for Jack. We've actually seen him at least 4 times on this main court. So he's going to look back in his career and go, 2026 was a big year for me. That's when I got all of my broadcast experience. And we see players like that really pop off in the following season. So look for McKinney in the 27 season to be a guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Zach Aiken on a 7-0 run, but Jack McKinney snaps that, takes a few points back. All of a sudden back in this one now, down 4. I mean, Jack's bag is just so good. We talked about it. He's got one of those bags like you do. I just love watching you play. And Justin Burton Jr., Jack McKinney, you, Trey Ryder had, I mean, just that great high spin rate. I just love that.
There's some bags.
I don't know how you do that. I think certain guys just built that way. I don't know how you get that rotation with your wrist.
Yeah, when you're you know, a bag nerd, you really love to see those really loaded up flat bags. And then on the reverse, it drives you nuts to see a guy come in with the slick side of some floppy, slinky bag and just hole out with these ugly bags.
Yeah,
some, like, oh
some
my
dude
gosh.
throwing a knuckleball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put a slide right in this guy's hand. Let me see what he could do.
Yeah, your bag, Anthony, is one of my favorites. You could still go out there and play. I know you could.
Yeesh. I did throw for 5 minutes yesterday, which is rare. I haven't played a tournament in 2 years. I'm like, oh, whose bags are these? I'm gonna go throw a couple, and it was.
I bet you just ripped it. I'm sure
tough.
you did. You're humble, but I know you're lying.
He's going to try and get around the left side, make Aiken go get his own bag, and that's what we were talking about. It's just McKinney's line. That's been the difference in the game. He's just giving points off of mistakes. And it got dead silent in the building.
This reminds me back to the days like we were talking about, back during the COVID days, no music. And you could literally hear every bag bang on the board.
That was the toughest, man. And for me, it was just the players. I felt so bad for them. They're just listening to every bit of commentary.
Literally could hear a pin drop. Literally.
Oh, I remember you guys. One of the biggest memories for me was we were in Vegas, and it was you and Trey on the mic, and
yeah,
you know, I'm courtside. I was bag grabber I own. I was behind the board.
That's right. I forgot you were an official bag grabber. You have the dish gloves on?
I was a bag grabber I own. I had my gloves on, and
oh, that's right.
And I just hear every bit of your commentary, and
yeah,
it's just like, oh man, these players are just listening to every single play-by-play. How do you tune that out?
Well, and you know, I tried to at least, you know, lower the level of my voice. Trey was just like,
he's like,
you know, I can't believe he's going for an airmail. I mean, Trey was just loud out there. Yep. Some players liked it, though, actually, because they kind of used Trey as a little bit of coaching. Yeah, Trey didn't care at all.
One player who can't stand to hear commentary, Deborah Odom. She can't do it.
Is that right?
Yes. If she especially if you're commentating and you say, Deborah, the 10th, as soon as she hears her name, she's like, she looks over and she's like, did he say my name? She can't unhear it.
Yeah. Slick side there for Aiken, spins that one in, but still will just be a wash to make it 13-9. Yeah, there were some players who told us, I mean, some of them, you know, it was a distraction for some of them, but there were many who said that they would wait for Trey to get done talking because they're like, you know what, he might have a point here.
Let's see what he's thinking. Trey, what do you think?
Yeah.
I'm going to phone a friend on this decision. Trey says I should roll it. I guess I should roll it.
Yep. Well, PPR check for you, around 12. Sub 10 for both players.
Yeah, definitely add a character for Zach Aiken. I talked about his bracket performance. He threw a 10.87 over 101 rounds. So Zach Aiken slipping a little bit in this final.
Great look at Zach Aiken from South Carolina. Knocks those both in. Jack with the answer. Another wash, another social, more drinking. This is just becoming a little party across the way from us.
Good old time.
Yeah. Good look at the two kids here on the main broadcast court, our junior singles final. 13-9.
I mean, with McKinney kind of struggling with his line on this, if I was Zach Aiken, I wouldn't even block. I would just be running bags. I'm going to put 12 in, and that's what he could do. He could run at a 12 rate, make McKinney keep up with me. But McKinney's so good with the roll, that's kind of where he's going to be successful.
Cornhole scenario, and BG, it looks like, going head-to-head here with the bags.
Great replace. Aiken sitting slick. McKinney stick. That could be significant, but depending on where McKinney ends up with his bag here, he's going to come in hot, slick side to clean up. And there it is. That's a stick side getting hung up. But no way Aiken's going to get in or around that without taking him with him.
And another double four-bagger wash.
13-9.
Keeps us at 13-9. Again, after the conclusion of this one, we'll switch back to our pro singles final. Ryan Windsor against Colin Hodet. Still going with Colin Hodet, I'm assuming, right?
Oh yeah, he's going to be the hands-down favorite, but going up against a battle-tested OG, I mean, the way Ryan Windsor's throwing right now, very impressive.
I can't remember the word it was that you used, but gosh, thinking back on it, when they first took the court and Ryan came out against Jamie Graham, it was one of the last things you said, like something to the effect of, Ryan's just going to he just knows how to, crafty. Did you say crafty?
Crafty.
And just, kind of get in his way if he needs to, I love the way that you had kind of talked about Ryan. And sure enough, it worked, Able to get in the way and just be crafty enough to get past Jamie Graham.
Yeah, his airmail was on, which was critical. He used the reverse cut a couple times. Threw more bags in the dirt than we were expecting. He had a couple back-to-back dirt bags, which really helped keep Jamie Graham in the match. I mean, you take those out of it, and Ryan Windsor might win it pretty handedly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to open up the push. There's that line out to the left. Big push coming for Aiken to get 2.
Oh my gosh, and they all plugged the hole. Are you kidding me with that?
That is unfortunate. It's going to tie it up at 13. Oh my.
Oh, Anthony, that's, the pain is real. Whoa.
Both stick down, coming in slick, and you have to hit it perfectly for it to just stick like that. Look at the anguish. Oh, that hurts. That's a 6-point swing. Instead of getting 2, you give up 4.
And you hit the shot right where you needed to.
Right where you needed to.
And you give up 4. Tie the game at 13. Meanwhile, Jack on the other side says, thank you very much, I'll take it.
Another chance to get 4. A little bit shorter than he wanted. You see the little throw gesture. He's short on his mark. He'd be okay if he was kind of dripping in the front, but not there.
Lands on the pile, goes off the back. And another big opportunity here for Zach Aiken. Gets 1 bag to go in. McKinney had the 1 off the back, so that will be a lead change. So Aiken back up on top by 5. And now Jack McKinney in the danger zone here.
Go back to that previous round where he would have got a 4 without the wedge. That is game.
Yeah.
Giving McKinney new life here, getting around 16.
Bag 2, you can see there by Zach, took a hard left turn on him, but bag 3 stays down the middle. McKinney with a chance to get a couple back, keep this one close. A little window of opportunity here. 4th and final bag of the round, it's good. All right, that'll make it 18-15. For those of you just tuning in, Lucas on the chat, has Windsor been eliminated? No, Windsor is still alive, and so is Colin Hodet, and that will be our pro singles final next after this matchup. James in the chat on that plug. Wow. Yeah, that sums it up. A couple of wows, a couple of OMGs. That was painful. Ooh, McKinney has it fade, a little bit left on him.
That's going to be 4th bag, a critical 4th bag. You got to be in the hole. That could put Zach Aiken in position to take this dub. Oh,
just falls in. And Zach Aiken to be able to sit on 20. Oh, misses it. Unforced air off to the left. So another wash, and it will stay a 3-point game. Junior singles championship final here in Cleveland.
I mean, you're letting Jack McKinney hang around longer than he should.
Yeah, great point, Anthony. Yeah. He can become dangerous real quick.
Again, the hands-down favorite left side of your screen, that is the #2 player in the pro division, and Zach Aiken there in the gray shirt, and Zach McKinney is right here in this mix. We've seen multiple 6-point, 5-point rounds today.
Oh boy. And frustration now for Zach Aiken. You just mentioned it, Anthony, letting Jack just hang around, and look at this, a 1-point game now.
That is the same Zach Aiken I saw yesterday in singles going up against Tommy Sliker in his final game, walking back and forth, self-talking. The frustration was setting in, and Tommy Sliker ended up winning that. Zach Aiken just couldn't get his mind right.
Yeah, you can tell he's still stirring about it. See him take that deep breath after his first bag. Second bag now for Aiken. McKinney looks like he's just staying locked in. He's got a chance now. Clean round. Some pressure now all of a sudden on these last bags of the round for Zach Aiken. Trying to hang on to this 1-point lead. Round number 20. We had 41 earlier this afternoon. I feel like anytime you see Zach Aiken walk to your court, you know you're going to be in for a battle.
Yeah, he's had some long ones, man. I mean, that was the, what was it, like 50, 55 maybe rounds, 50 rounds plus against Cash Chamness.
Yeah, they've had some
in the open. Ones. Yeah. Yep. I feel like he played Tommy Sliker last night for an hour. Every time I look over there, I was like, did they warm up 10 times? Like, they're still playing?
Well, in the bracket final last night, we saw Jamie Graham and Cash go, what was it, 86 rounds, I think you said?
Over the 2-game stretch, yeah, 80-something rounds. It was 50 game one. And then 36 in the second for 86 total rounds.
Oh, good bag by Jack. Again, that spin, able to just collect his bag on the edge, and now Aiken with his final bag of the round, and it won't fall. It's stuck on the left side, so Jack McKinney continues his march on a comeback and will take the lead.
Uh-oh. Not only is Jack hanging around, but he's in the driver's seat. 2 points to end this one.
This is the first lead of the night for Jack McKinney. Has tied it a couple times, but has not been able to take the lead until now.
That one put some brakes on. That was looking like Aiken was going to end up long and right.
Look at that bag, just the spin rate. Second bag now for Aiken. Just drips in. Might have been a little bit short. Was on the board for a long time. Drifts off to the left. Opportunity for Aiken potentially.
Got to be in if you're McKinney. Nothing short. Come in with speed with that stick side if you're going to go stick.
All right, and now Aiken, a chance to get 2. On the way. And misses it off to the right.
19-18, McKinney in the lead.
So many opportunities on bag 4. Selling on those bag 4s. Obviously, we see the body language. We see the frustration setting in. McKinney remaining pretty calm, cool, collected through this whole match. And he did give up some big point rounds as well.
Well, Zach got off to a big lead in this one. It was 11-4 at our media timeout. You can just see the intensity on both players' faces. Zach able to just stay behind the line. 19-18.
Going into round 22.
Headed to round 22. See our officials today. PPR is over 10 now for both. Boy, the follow through by McKinney is great to watch too, isn't it? Just the length.
Oh yeah,
the way
just
he
how he snaps it off.
Yeah, and the way he extends his arm way out in front of him.
Zach Aiken been stuck on 18 for 8 rounds.
Third bag coming up here for Aiken. No problem. All right, last bags of the round here.
Remember, Zach coming up short on his 4th bag.
It's got to be in. And it's not in. It stops short. And Jack McKinney, with a huge comeback, gets the title here in Cleveland.
Unreal performance. Jack McKinney gets it done.
Zach Aiken so frustrated. You know he's thinking about that shot where all 3 bags plugged.
That was a critical shot, and then coming up short on a 4th bag ended up being the difference. He let McKinney hang around.
Just the start of something big right here for the youngster out of Michigan, Jack McKinney. Stay tuned. We're back with our pro singles final right after this.
You love your land, and you have plans for it. During Kubota Orange Days, you'll love the great deals on our versatile, reliable lineup, helping you turn dream projects into reality. Visit your Kubota dealer today for the best deals of the year. Now through June 30th, get select compact tractors with 0% financing available or save up to $5,500. Sale ends soon. Stop by your local dealer or go to KubotaOrangeDays.com.
We've got a tender navy bean nestled in a brown sugar sauce with a smoky hint of bacon.
We're gonna need like a zillion of those.
1 zillion it is.
Eye bags, dark spots, wrinkles.
There's one product that can fight them all.
Only one.
Particle face cream.
ParticleMin.com. Engineered for men, made for our skin,
And backed by science, and it actually works.
Visit ParticleMin.com and use the promo code on your screen to get 25% off.
1 minute in the morning.
And 1 minute at night. Super easy.
Visit ParticleMin.com and use the promo code on your screen to get 25% off, free shipping, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. ParticleMin.com.
You want to get what you want when you're out at the bar. When you're getting a fresh cut. Woo! When you're buying new clothes. So why should it be different with your cornhole gear? You get what you want when you buy boards, accessories, and ACL-approved bags from Titan, the world's leader in full-service professional cornhole gear. TitanCornholeBags.com. 4 players.
You love your land, and you have plans for it. During Kubota Orange Days, you'll love the great deals on our versatile, reliable lineup, helping you turn dream projects into reality. Visit your Kubota dealer today for the best deals of the year. Now through June 30th, get select compact tractors with 0% financing available or save up to $5,500. Sale ends soon. Stop by your local dealer or go to KubotaOrangeDays.com.
We've got a tender navy bean nestled in a brown sugar sauce with a smoky hint of bacon.
We're gonna need like a zillion of those.
1 zillion it is.
Eye bags, dark spots, wrinkles.
There's one product that can fight them all.
Only one.
Particle face cream.
ParticleMin.com. Engineered for men, made for our skin,
And backed by science, and it actually works.
Visit ParticleMin.com and use the promo code on your screen to get 25% off.
1 minute in the morning.
And 1 minute at night. Super easy.
Visit ParticleMin.com and use the promo code on your screen to get 25% off, free shipping, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. ParticleMin.com.
You want to get what you want when you're out at the bar. When you're getting a fresh cut. Woo! When you're buying new clothes. So why should it be different with your cornhole gear? You get what you want when you buy boards, accessories, and ACL-approved bags from Titan, the world's leader in full-service professional cornhole gear. TitanCornholeBags.com. 4 players, 5 players.
And is brought to you by Camping World. Start your next adventure at Camping World, America's recreation dealer. All Cornhole, from backyard to broadcast, this is where players level up. AllCornhole.com. By Bush's, that beautiful bean company. And by Kubota. Kubota Orange Day sales event going on now. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Some great drone footage of inside the Huntington Convention Center in Cleveland, Ohio, as we are now down to our final event of Championship Sunday. Our Camping World ACL Pro Singles matchup. From hundreds of players, hours of qualifying down to our final 2, Ryan Windsor and Colin Hodet. And again, so many storylines in this one. Each of these players wanting this so badly. Ryan Windsor trying to get back on top, back into the winner's circle again for the first time since 2022. And for Colin Hodet, just 21 years old out of Vermont, looking for his first career title ever. And what a time to get it here at a signature event in Ohio.
Not only a first career title, but Hodet looking to break the streak of second places. Signature 2, signature 3 second places. Here he is to break that streak, and we have to start talking about Colin Hodet as the #1 player in the world. If he beats Ryan Windsor right now in this finals, mathematically, it's going to be really close. We'll have to see how the math shakes out, but he should just barely edge Mark Richards as the #1 player in the pro division.
Again, Hodet just 21 years old, first ACL pro from the state of Vermont, second-year ACL pro. Talked about him back in the first semifinal So many people telling him the journey to becoming an ACL pro was too hard not to do it. And he ignored all of them. And we're thankful that he did. Put in a lot of hard work and determination, and now he's become arguably the most popular player in the sport. For those of you maybe checking out the sport for the first time, that is Colin Hodet on the right in the orange and white jersey. And then on the left in the purple and black, one of the OGs, Ryan Windsor out of Cuba, Illinois, 7th-year ACL pro. 11th on the ACL all-time wins list with 10, a 3-time major winner, but no wins since 2022.
Ryan Windsor draws first blood in the pro singles final, 2-0.
Couple of rounds in, Ryan Windsor with the first couple of points.
If we look back to yesterday in bracket play, there was one guy in the building that was hands down the best player, and that was Colin Hodet, the left side of your screen. The only player in the pro division to throw over an 11 through bracket play. That's 136 rounds. And man, did he continue that going into the semifinals. That was up against Gabe Clawson. Jeff, he threw an 11-3-4 over a 41 battle. So yesterday is translating today. He's still the best player in the building.
Hodet's got a chance to get 2 right back. Leaks it off to the right. And now final bags of the round. Windsor is in. And Hodet tumbles his in down the middle. So had a chance at 2, but it'll stay 2-0.
Yeah, that's crazy how much is on the line for him. You talked about breaking the seal on the ACL titles, but
yes,
man, kind of out of nowhere. Colin Hodet is a #1 player in the world. It's been Mark Richards like the whole season. We're going to be talking about that. But he's got to pull out this last win. Does a whole tournament of 11s matter if you can't close it in the final game against Ryan Windsor?
Well, he'll have another early opportunity here to tie it. Windsor's first bag really rolled hard left on him.
Looks like the chat is pretty split. We got Anthony out there saying, let's go Colin. Missy Johnson, we got a Colin. Douglas Parker, Ryan Windsor. Andy Talbot, Ryan Windsor.
So Hodet will get a couple. Ties it up at 2. As the march to 21 begins.
Yeah, and if I'm Ryan Windsor and I'm looking next to me and I got Colin Hodet, I'm going to go, okay, how am I going to beat this guy? Ryan Windsor can run bags, but an 11 through an entire tournament, do I want to run bags with a guy that just came off an 11-3-4 against Gabe Clawson over 41 rounds? But then you go, okay, should I block him? That's the roll king.
Yeah, good point.
He's one of the best rollers in the game right now. So do I want to try and play a dirty game with this guy?
Yeah. I mean, what do you do? I mean, that's a great question. Do you just feel it out for a while?
It goes back to the beginning. Ryan Windsor's going to have to hit 80% airmail. If he does dirty it up, if there is anything board, he's going to have to hit every airmail in this game, Jeff, to win.
That's another. Let's keep track. That's 2. That's 2.
Stays tied at 2. Again, Ryan Windsor, one of those names we talked about earlier, of a player who's been able to make the adjustment, evolve his game, and survive over what has been a complete change in style of play in this sport over the last 2 to 3 years.
And there it is. I mean, you throw a little block in Hodet's way, and he throws that bounce bag anyway. That's how he slides him. You know, his slide shot, oh my goodness. Ooh. A big 5-point opportunity here for Hodet.
A little look out of the corner of his eye by Colin Hodet. And Windsor able to get one of those to drop in, but one on top of the wood, one behind the wood. And it's a 7-2 lead for the gunslinger. Doesn't he looks like a gunslinger? He looks like a gunslinger from like the 10s out of Kansas.
Oh, heck yeah. Put a hat on him.
Yeah, just a gunslinger. Give me my 6-shooter.
Notice the difference in the bags. Colin Hodet elects to hold all 4 bags at the same time. Windsor's going to reset and pick up each bag one by one. For me, Jeff, I just never wanted to move that much. Like, look, Colin pitches and he just stays on the line. He doesn't have to. It's like a free throw. If you're you and your buddies back in the day when you'd get 10 free throws in a row, what'd you do? You'd kind of roll it out to the side, make them like go get the ball, kind of pull their toe off the line. You're like, no, give it back to me. I'm not pulling my toe off the line.
Oh, that's funny. So true.
Is it going?
Oh, sure enough. Everyone in the crowd yelling, Drippy. They get it. Just enough for it to drop in. So a 9-2 lead. 8 rounds in for Colin. Hodet has that one tumble a bit off to the left. Looks like it's moving, though. He's got plenty of time to bring that one back in.
And if you missed a semifinal, it was Ryan Windsor going through Jamie Graham.
Yeah.
Jamie Graham started off coming out with the slick side of his bag, but then kind of moved it over to the stick, kept flipping it back and forth, couldn't decide where he wanted to land. Ultimately, just too many mistakes from Jamie Graham. A little right, a little left, and Ryan Windsor made him pay.
Windsor leaves another one as he takes his hat off. And he'll have time to think about it. Colin Hodet, 20 straight in the hole. And a lead here at the media timeout. Will today be the day where Hodet picks up win number 1? We'll find out when we come back. After the timeout, Colin Hodet on a run right now. 11-2 lead here at the media timeout. On top of Ryan Windsor. It was Ryan who got the first couple of points, and now Hodet, 11 straight. Bag split here, so the hole pretty much open as Windsor fires it down the middle. Both players just coming out firing here after the timeout. Last bag of the round here for Ryan Windsor, and it is right down the middle. Well, during the break, we were able to get confirmation from the league. Kat Halbert behind us, our executive producer. confirming that if Colin Hodet does win this, he will become the new world #1 player.
That's going to push Mark Richards down to #2, which is wild. I mean, we've been talking about Mark Richards #1 the whole season, and
yeah,
here's Colin turning it on in the middle, and he's been so close. I mean, he's been in this second place position so many times and in position to lock it up and close it up, and he only is getting better. He went through bracket with an 11-1-2. He threw an 11-3 in this semifinals match, and now he has upped it here in this finals.
Clean round for Hodet, but Windsor has another bag drift left. That has been a theme here in this final matchup, and he's now down 13-2. Look at that PPR. I know you've been talking about it, Anthony, but just to see it on the screen is ridiculous.
And we opened up with what are going to be the key moments in this game, and we said Colin Hodet needs to run bags, and that's exactly what's happening. Ryan Windsor is going to have a hard time keeping up with an 11-4 rate.
Windsor misses another one. Well, chat is active, and chat is torn. Everyone obviously knows Ryan Windsor, knows his name, respects his game. But so many fans of Colin Hodet out there, everyone says they're just torn watching this one.
Oh, I'm very torn. I'm a massive fan of Ryan Windsor, and here he is giving up another 2.
Oh, my goodness.
I have followed his entire career from the beginning. One of the best dudes in the league, just a genuinely good guy. It's killing me to sit here and watch him with a 17-2 lead where he makes it to the finals of a signature. Like you said, Jeff, it's been a while. It's been a while since he's been in this position.
So Colin Hodet now 4 points away from what would be shockingly his first ACL win, let alone a major title. I'd love to know where his head at. You wonder, you know, are you thinking about that? Are you staying focused? Like, you know, a lot has got to be going on in his mind right now. As Windsor will take 2 back. First points for Ryan Windsor since all the way back in the second round. Hodet just shoots it in.
Just makes it so easy. I mean,
Yeah.
you got a bag in the way there. He's just over the top of these effortlessly.
Look at that.
This.
It's like the bag's not even there.
He lifts it on that edge. It's like a race car coming around a left turn. You know, where you get on your right wheels when the car kind of tips. That's what he's doing. The bag is still staying in contact with the board. Did we get our first airmail out of Colin Hodet?
Windsor hits the dead spot. Hodet going up, and it one hops off the back of the board. So a point for Ryan to make it 17-5.
Maybe that's the recipe. You start laying some level 4 lane side blocks and force airmails. That would be the wildest thing ever.
First bag here for Ryan Windsor. Well, I talk about it all the time as Hodet misses now short right. You know, I give you guys so much credit because I feel like this is one of the hardest sports to close out a win, right? Just mentally, the level of competition, it's hard to win games at this level. We've seen big comebacks. Just so much that goes on in your head.
You know what, Colin Hodet is one of those guys that I think overcomes that pretty easily. He's very level-headed. He's still one of the guys that you see having joy in the game. You know, you get a lot of smiles, a lot of positive energy from him.
For sure. 17-7. So all of a sudden, a little mini run here by Windsor, a 5-0 run.
I mean, we can go back to the previous match against Clawson. He was stuck on 19 for 12 rounds, and he just kind of kept his head into it. It was 19-15. Didn't panic. Still had fun. Got the dub that way.
Eric in the chat saying level 9 blocks work.
Look at these mistakes, though. This is really, I mean, we're talking about a guy that was just throwing an 11-4. He's just given us 3 or 4 open board misses.
So 2 more for Ryan Windsor, 17-9. I'm telling you, I've been watching you guys play for a long time now. It's not easy. I don't care what the score is.
To close them out?
Yes. Y'all are too good, man. It's hard to do, and again, you start thinking about it. Someone gets a couple of points, a couple more. You're like, when am I going to get my opportunity? I've seen it before. Meanwhile, Windsor's got nothing to lose at this point. He's like, shoot, I was down 17-2. I'm just going to start shooting. Well, the 2 players just banging these in. One after another. Final bag for Hodet, and that one bangs in as well.
I'm writing the names down, people who didn't say it. Check it.
We move on to round number 17. You know, and everything that I'm talking about is just in spite of the fact that you're playing for your first win, your first major win, and a chance to be number 1.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, that's on top of everything else.
Maybe it's not really setting in until right now. I'm on 17, and you're like, oh my goodness, did I just hear they say I could become number 1 player in the world?
Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, Ryan Windsor's definitely turned on. He was making a lot of mistakes early, kind of his own unforced errors, but he has been down the middle here for multiple rounds in a row.
Yeah, these guys just hammering them in right now. 16 straight for Ryan Windsor. Down 17-2. Now on a little 7-0 run as we move into round number 18.
And that's going to be 8 straight rounds of sitting on 17 for Hodet.
Well, the forecast for Cleveland when we got here was for days of rain. We've been here so long, the sun has actually come outside.
And man, did it rain for days.
It did. The sun is out, though. We've been here for different seasons.
Yeah.
It's in the 80s when everyone got here last week. And it dropped into the 40s.
Ryan Windsor has found something, man. He is definitely good on the line. He's running bags, and there's another error from Colin Hodet.
Anthony, I'm telling you. 17-11. 9-0 run for Ryan Windsor. At 17-2, he had nothing to lose.
17-2.
We saw Colin Hodet on a 20-bag run earlier. Only to have that answered now by Windsor. Ooh, a little double clutch there, though. Didn't like something. That went in front of the hole. Shouldn't be a problem.
Notice that's actually a good look at the difference in the foot setup. Colin Hodet is a non-throwing foot forward. Ryan Windsor a throwing foot forward. You're seeing 2 different setups, both right-handed. 2 different static setups, so neither one of them steps.
All right, double 4-bagger wash. 17-11. You know, and do the thoughts in your brain creep up again like you said? Oh, not again with the second place. You hate me right now for all this stuff, don't you? You can't stand that I talk about this stuff.
No, honestly, I mean, you know, Hodet is sitting there going, I'm 4 points. I'm on 9 or 10 rounds in a row, stuck on 17. I can taste the victory. I can taste #1 in the world. Go get 4 points.
Little right shouldn't be a problem, though. He's got 3 bags left.
But we got to give Ryan Windsor credit, man. I mean, he has been down the middle for, you know, since round 12.
Sarah in the chat. Oh, it's Sarah Cassidy.
Hey.
Saying Anthony Ione is the GOAT.
Hey, we got a timeout. Appreciate you, Sarah.
I agree, Sarah.
Airmail's an opportunity. Roll, obviously. We're going to see how much of the hole's closed up here. Jeff, there's not a lot of space here. Your coin slot is like in this kind of 7 o'clock to 1 o'clock direction. I mean, if you're Colin Hodet, I think you roll into a stack. That's going to prevent the push on the front, the 2-bag push. We know he's so good at that. Essentially clog or cover the hole. Oh, he's left. This is a big opportunity for Ryan Windsor. Look for him to go slick side. He's going to come in hot. He's going to take a timeout as well. He's looking for, where am I going to strike this? I don't want a wedge. I don't want to, you know, what happened to Zach Aiken in the previous match.
Right.
I think you want to attack the left bag. That's what's going to be freed up. Anything right, you're going to get jammed and wedged.
Round 20. This was 17-2 in favor of Hodet if you're just tuning in. Got what, 1 to drop?
Yeah, left on his mark, but that throwback stays on the board. I mean, he came in with high MPH, ends up staying on. Colin Hodet tempted by the airmail. I've seen him shoot him in this situation. He's not.
Oh my gosh. Great execution for Hodet.
Yeah, Colin Hodet would not hold back. I mean, if he needs to get aggressive, he'll go there. We've seen him shoot some crazy shots in moments just like this.
It was 17-2, now 17-13.
Mark Richards watching from home, cheering on Ryan Windsor, no doubt. He wants to keep his #1 spot.
Both drop. Windsor again stops in mid-swing and fires bag 3 right down the middle. Hodet with a quick answer. And last bag of the round just has enough to drop in.
Colin Hodet has passed Zach Aiken, who was the #2. So right now, Colin Hodet sitting at #2 in the pro division.
Again, Ryan, see, and you wonder now as I see Ryan start to do that, now double clutches again. You know, when does the pressure start to swing the opposite direction? Like Ryan's all playing loose and everything down 17-2, and now all of a sudden he's like, wait a second, I got a chance.
Right.
Now you start going back the other way.
Well, he doesn't have as many mistakes as Hodet. Hodet earned himself a bunch of mistakes with that 17-2 lead. Not where he wanted to be, but you don't hate it because you end up in Windsor's lane. Windsor's been showing the reverse cut in these positions. That's what he did against Jamie Graham, and that's what he does here. There's room on the backside. Airmail or roll. Typically, he's going to roll in this.
Colin Hodet rolls it in perfectly. able to just get it on that backside, and that gets him to 19 points. It snaps an 11-0 run by Ryan Windsor. Just falls in.
Yeah, that was 12 rounds, Jeff. He was stuck on 17. Hasn't scored since round 11.
And now 2 points away from his first career win. Boy, I just wonder, too, if you get this first one, how many more to come for Colin? He's been here all season long. Has to be in. And it misses off to the left. Colin Hodet, his first career ACL win, comes here in Cleveland.
And doing it in dominating fashion, Jeff. This guy threw an 11+ through bracket play, over 100 rounds. Translated that level of play here in the semifinal and finals match. Congrats. You're looking at the #1 guy.
Incredible. What drama. It was 17-2. And then it was 17-4, 6, 11. And then it was over. And Colin Hodet is not only an ACL winner, he's an ACL major champion. And as you just said, Anthony, the new #1 player on the planet. First win, first signature win for the 21-year-old from Vermont, Colin Hodet. Well deserved. So much hard work and determination to get him here, and picks up the first W of his career. Ryan Windsor, what an effort. Down 17-2. Big shot after big shot. Did it in the semifinals. Did it in the finals just to try and at least make it a game. But too much Colin Hodet. Also congratulations to Jack McKinney. For our entire staff. What's up, Corey? Chase? Everybody behind the scenes. For Anthony Ione, I'm Jeff McCarriger. Thanks so much for watching this weekend. Appreciate y'all out there. Congratulations to all of our winners. What a great weekend here in Cleveland. That'll wrap things up. So long here from Cleveland, Ohio.